How quickly can you land a midterm rental insurance contract? So, to put that question into context, for those of you who have ever operated an Airbnb listing, that's the equivalent of asking, how quickly can I get an Airbnb booking? The truth is, we don't know. But the good news is, we do have control of how you can optimize and give yourself the best chance to land on these opportunities. To give a little bit of context, when a family is looking to relocate, it's because some unforeseen event has happened. And by the time they reach out to their insurance company, they either need to vacate that very same day, or we've even seen some families who have enough time to search to find an alternative before the work can actually begin. So the process typically happens is most people will call their insurance company and say, hey, a flood happened, or electrical issue happened, we cannot use the home, etc. They'll file a claim, whatever the reasons might be. There are actually multiple, and it's not as extreme as you might think they are, right? A lot of these situations happen means when a home is no longer habitable, so the family would be quote unquote displaced to no longer be able to live in their home. So it does not have to be as dramatic as, water up to here, or it can be as easily as, the floors have been damaged. There might be some mold. It could be a pipe bursting. Mostly it's water damage. Mostly the kitchen is not accessible. So all of these things allows a family or homeowner, or whatever the case might be, a policy holder, which is whether it's your single person or a family of 5 with the dogs and the pets and the cats, these all fall underneath the scope of being a displaced homeowner. Now, because you have an insurance policy, in fact, you are then protected or eligible to have what we call additional living expenses or loss of use. So when that happens, it can be as quickly as, if there's a fire, you cannot live there, right? Everything is destroyed. But it could also be a situation where fixing the work will begin in a week, 2 weeks, tomorrow, right? So there is no time. However, you need to be prepared to always have at least what we like to have is smart locks or an access code. That way, if the family ever needed to go there on site, they can on the same day. However, big caveat, we always want to send someone with them. I'll disclose this in another video, which you can see below, on the process of booking guests and letting them walk through. There's a specific video that talks about that, right? Do I allow tenants to walk the property before booking? But the question is, yes, so you can get all the feedback, but there and then you can actually have the tenant sign on the spot a contract. They can move in the same day. We've had a family on the phone or speaking to a relocation specialist. We signed the contract, and the very same day they moved in. Now, it all goes back to the root of, is your home available? Is your home properly optimized in order for you to get access to these deals or be found? Is your home searchable? And do the relocation specialists know you to be able to reach out to you? Do you have your property in the right databases? All of these factors, and again, those are the factors that you can control. On the other hand, how quickly is this family looking to move? Are they going to just view your property? Are they going to view other people's property? Are they going to actually take their time, their sweet time, until they find the right property before they can give the green light for their work, their rehab, or whatever work needs to happen to get started? These are all different factors and nuances that dictate the difference between it being an immediate move and an immediate contract that you can land versus it maybe sometimes taking a lot longer than expected. Now, here's one last thing that's very important that I want you to keep in mind. Mind you, even if a family decides to move forward with your property, it still needs to be approved by their insurance adjuster. So there's another factor there where the insurance adjuster could very well be the bottleneck if the family says, or the policyholder is interested in moving forward. Depending on how much stuff is on that adjuster's desk, how many files, it will dictate how long they can actually get the approval to move in, because at the end of the day, the insurance company are making payments on behalf of the policy holder, which means that they need to get approval before they can move in. Now, there might be some different nuances where the family might choose to move in immediately and get reimbursed by the company, that is also a possibility, which we'll talk about in other videos of actually what is the process behind the scene. So make sure you subscribe below to more of this content. But in all, the true and short answer is that it depends. But now that you're knowledgeable of the reasons why it can depend, you can then position yourself to always be ready so that you ain't gotta get ready. Make sure, if you found this helpful, to hit the subscribe button below and grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint on my website that shows you how you can land large, lucrative midterm rental insurance contracts in your local market. See you there.